Hello, it is 7 o'clock in the morning, Tuesday, October 13th, 2020. We have a special guest today. Special guests, Snoopers, and I'm pulling down Woodstock's face and Woodstock. Best buds. Um, Hello. I'm in a better headspace, state of mind than I certainly was yesterday. Yesterday was just down day. I think that I was feeling just down and let down, I guess, by the whole situation. We're going to interventional radiology, and they put the tube in, and clearly, like, whatever it is that they've done, they're helping me drain this excess bile that I have inside my body and all that kind of stuff. But just I guess, like, the thing with every kind of experience that I've had with them, it just wasn't, everything wasn't just quite done or there. So the first time around with that suture, the second time around, and not addressing the leakage and the suture that was kept there, and then the third time here, had the tube replaced, which was horrendous. It's just, for me, it's so uncomfortable. It's just like nauseous, and they didn't give me anything apart from sort of like local for the pain and stuff like that, which is, neither here nor there. But the big thing about what had happened last Friday with the IR folks was that they capped off my drainage instead of having it drain externally. I think I hope I explained that in a way that's understandable yesterday. So the short of it is that I have excess bile in my body because of the mass that's in my pancreas. The bile isn't able to make its way through the body as it would generally, and there needed to be some kind of an interventional thing, which is this drain, where the bile needs to be extracted for my body so that my bile numbers or bilirubin number needs to come down, because otherwise I'd be ripe for infection, and for me to start treatment, my chemo treatment, it needs for the numbers to be way lower than it has been. And so this step is crucial right now. It's almost like a waiting period, right, where I'm flushing my body of this excess bile. And I need that technically to happen as quickly as possible, because it's really about, I'm assuming it's really about sort of like the long, like the end of things, right? Like, the longer it takes to get started, potentially the shorter time I end up having, sort of the way that I think about it. So not only is it frustrating to be going through sort of like the moment to moment discomforts of what's been going on with this drainage, it also feels as though that with these situations that I had with the folks, with the interventional radiologist folks, it just felt like they weren't quite on my side here. That sure, they have a job to do, and they're they've been doing it. It's just there's something not quite there. It's just like, getting to like 90% of the race, and then the last 10% going like just kind of walk it back or something. Like, I don't know. So I think that there was something about that. Yes, in the last couple of days, just having experienced pain from the leakage that was going on as a result of them capping it, to my frustration about why they had done it and why I had to experience pain as a result, and is this going to mean that it's going to get delayed, or I don't know. There was a lot of things, and I didn't sleep great, I think, the night before, so everything sort of like culminated into a day where I was just like not in a good place. Like I said, I am so thankful that the nurse's clinic was able to get me in earlier in the day so that I didn't have to sit around and just be in pain and feeling down, I think. So I'm grateful for that. But I was just off yesterday. I'm really tired. But I think I might have mentioned we went to the Summerhill Market to pick up a couple of turkey, already pre-made turkey dinners, but they were delicious. And we just heated it up and everything was good to go. Fantastic. I can't say enough about Summerhill Market. This is clearly not a sponsored thing, but if you live in Toronto and you live anywhere near a Summerhill Market or have access to it, they have prepared foods, which has been, and delicious stuff, which has been really helpful for us the last little while as we're trying to figure a new routine with things that are going on. So today is, like I mentioned, Tuesday, October 13th, 2020. And it was a long weekend here in Canada. It was Thanksgiving weekend. And I had taken last week off. That was the plan that I had from a couple months ago, because I just hadn't been feeling great, and I thought, maybe if I take the week off just to chill out and relax and everything like that, I'll be back feeling a little bit better and all that kind of stuff. So there was already a plan that I had that I was going to take last week off. So I didn't focus too much on work stuff last week. But there are some folks who are thinking that I was off last week on vacation and that I'll be back this week. But I'm still in the process this week of closing down my practice and letting people know that that's what's happening. So, and those are yeah, I mean, they're tough conversations to have, because it's one thing to talk about what's going on for me, and that's one thing. But really, it's about that, but it's not. It's hard to explain in this particular work, because the idea is that it's supposed to be about the folks that I'm working with and what they're going through and their process. It's not about me. It's not supposed to be about me, or it's not supposed to be about what I'm going through and what they may feel as a result of what I'm going through. So that's been a challenge. It's been very challenging. And it's particularly challenging because I'm very invested in my work, and by that I mean I care about my work. I care about the people that I work with, and it's just a tough thing. Just a tough thing. So there's still the work of wrapping things up. There's my own personal mental work of, I'm exiting work that I have been fully committed to for the last decade or so, and what that means not to have that as part of my life anymore, and also what it means not to quote unquote work. I mean, the joke is not like half a joke, but kind of like maybe not so much of a joke, but that I, moving forward will be a professional patient and full-time YouTuber. and that's going to be my work for this last chapter, you know. So that's where I'm at. Otherwise, this week I'm actually feeling like, oh, like I don't have a lot of medical appointments going on, so that I mean, knock on, I guess this is going to be the wood, knock on wood. I have one nurse's clinic appointment on Thursday just to make sure that my dressing is good and that things are looking okay with the tube and the insertion site and all that kind of stuff. But apart from that, unless something happens, again, fingers crossed, nothing just keeps going the way things should keep going for now. My next medical appointment is next week at Princess Margaret to take my blood work, see where I'm at with my bilirubin number, and potentially start chemo next week, which is a whole different beast that I guess I'll be talking about later on, because I haven't let my mind go there too much, because there's just so much other things right now that I have to do before I get there. So I got a whole bunch of literature to read about what to expect and this kind of chemo that I'll be doing and all that kind of stuff. So I haven't read into any of those things yet, because again, there's just, you know, my main focus for the time being has been this, getting my bilirubin number, the bile stuff under control before sort of the next steps of things, trying to keep like, okay, like this is what's going on now. This is what's going on now. That is the main focus right now. So those are the things that are happening. And I guess I've been recording these videos for the last little while, and I have a need to really figure out how to organize them. And I've had a couple of videos where I've taken a video camera out and about. Need to figure out how to go about editing those things. I have a pretty basic video editing thing, software software that I have used in the past, and I just need to figure out how the licenses would work on some machines that I have, that kind of thing. So maybe some little sort of like technical stuff here and there, maybe that I'll be working on today. I think the other thing that I'm hoping to do is maybe to put a message up on my website saying that I'm closed. I need to do some finagling about like changing the hosting up for that, because up until then, up until now I've had managed hosting for my private practice site, and I'm just going to take it back and put it on my own personal hosting and stuff. So those are just technicalities that I'll have to work on. Wow, that was really, I'm sure, exciting, interesting for you to hear. But that is what is up for today. In baseball games, I ended up falling asleep before the National League game ended. But when the American League, the Rays did get another win against the Astros, which I'm happy about. What I'm not happy about is that I thought it was a 5-game series. It turns out it's a 7-game series. So they actually the Rays need 2 more wins to be able to advance to the World Series. So this is, sometimes, you know, I love baseball. I love baseball for a lot of the reasons. And, but sometimes it can get drawn out. And it's October. It's probably, it's going to be all this month, really. And that's fine. It's a strange season. Strange times. Strange. Everything is strange. So that's it for now. There'll be baseball today. I don't know if I'll make it through the later game, but I'm feeling well rested, feeling much better than I was yesterday. But there's a number of things on the go today, so hopefully I'll make it through the day feeling pretty energetic and energized, and having felt like I've been able to get a few things accomplished today. And that's what's on the clock, or that's what's going on today. There you go. Anyway, sending you love and care. And if you'd like to send some love and care over to me, I will gladly accept it. But even if you don't, please do make sure that you love and care for those around you. And it's something that you do, hopefully, all the time, ongoing basis. Even though, people could be kind of irritating, annoying, you could be in a bad mood, you can be resentful, any number of things. Like, that's part of life, but you can also love and care at the same time. So please keep that in your mind and your heart, and I will talk with you again real soon.